Hello indie game fan, I have some exciting news with regards to more indie game sequels, so let's begin with Hammerwatch II, the follow-up to an excellent pixel art dungeon crawler from 2013, and the roguelite spin-off Heroes of Hammerwatch from 2018. This is a pixel art dungeon crawler RPG where you choose from one of 5 character classes and adventure in the open world, helping the resistance forces of the previously deposed king as you battle against evil forces. The pixel art is so gorgeous, with excellent minute-to-minute action as well, looking absolutely fantastic. Surprise! Another title that just came out of nowhere is Defender's Quest II: Mists of Ruin, the follow-up to an excellent tower defense RPG from 2012, so it's wild to see the sequel 10 years later. The original Defender's Quest is one of my all-time favourite tower defense titles, so of course I'm excited about this, where you're placing heroes down instead of towers, where these characters do level up and gain new skills and abilities. It has a new art style which is fine, but I always love the idea of mixing an RPG with tower defense, with this looking to be an excellent example. This video is brought to you by The Last Worker, being a special collaboration between publisher Wired Productions and Dare Drop, more on that later. It is an immersive narrative adventure game centered around the titular last human worker in an increasingly automated world where humans are being replaced by robots. You play as Kurt, who works for the world's largest retailer, who has dedicated his life to his work, but is forced to choose when he's asked by activists to help dismantle the corporation from the inside. As such, it is clearly a commentary on end-stage capitalism, where the story plays out depending on your choices. The minute-to-minute action includes puzzles and stealth sections, as you have to help sort and deliver packages, with a dry sense of humour which can be a little dark at times. The all-star voice cast adds to the presentation, where this can be played on PCs, consoles, and even VR headsets. For indie developers and content creators, Dare Drop is a service which is win-win-win for players, creators, and developers to get their games out to a larger audience, so check out their services via the link in the description below. I first came to know of developer Blikefix with their in-development Metroidvania Homegrove, which I have covered in the past, but it appears that game was put on hold while he worked on Magnet Jack, a side-scrolling platformer that uses polarity and magnetism as a central mechanic. Of course, this idea is not new in games, but has a more traditional side-scrolling platformer type action instead of the more puzzle platformer focus of other games, where it is currently on Kickstarter and is nearly funded, so check it out and support if interested. You will note the gorgeous, almost Pixar-like art style of Criminals Within, so enjoy and I'll be back in a bit.
No!
This is a third-person co-op action title, with one player playing as the rogue and the other as the paladin-esque royal guard, adventuring in a world with de-evolved dragons, which is very interesting. This is co-op only and might be in a similar space to games like It Takes Two, where games with a specific focus on this aspect can be fantastic. I want to give a special mention to SELINI as well, a non-linear exploration adventure title which I think is a Metroidvania, being set in a moody and somber world and looks fantastic. This explores the relationship between humans and artificial intelligence, ever so relevant to the current day, where if I'm not wrong, it comes to us from a father-son development duo, which is an interesting dynamic. This is currently on Kickstarter and is already fully funded, with their next stretch goal as of recording being to get a Switch port made, so check out their campaign page as well. A title that immediately captured the attention of many when it was revealed is Viewfinder, a first-person puzzle game that plays with perspective and optical illusions.
It's been a while since someone's wandered around this place. And wanderers are always welcome.
You're moving around the environment and aligning structures together in order to unlock the next step forward, being similar to something like Superliminal, but with a more pastel, pleasant look.
I've been meaning to ask. What brought you here? The founders left plenty of records of their work here, in case they were to ever come back. I must admit, I'm surprised you made it this far. It's quite exciting.
You might be thinking, wait a minute, isn't this trailer from Dungeons of Aether? And then the reveal comes in that Fleet, the fox archer from that Rivals of Aether spin-off, is now coming back into Rivals 2, the sequel to the pixel art platform fighter that is one of the indie standouts. Of course, this is a natural fit, since I was expecting new characters to be added anyway, and would not be surprised to see the other 3 main characters from Dungeons of Aether being added, when the 2.5D look of this game is very well done. The ranged attack seems OP, but I'm sure that they will be able to balance it properly, so look out for the release next year. I'm not quite sure what to expect of Steel Seed, but it sure looks gorgeous, being a sci-fi third-person action title coming to us from developer Storm in a Teacup, best known for the first-person mystery title Close to the Sun, with this new title looking equally as intriguing.
Kobe. Let's go.
I am so very excited to share this next title since it comes to us from the developer of Monster Sanctuary, a monster-taming Metroidvania which is excellent, where the developers are playing around with that concept again in this roguelite monster-taming RPG. You are once again leading a team of monsters with roguelite progression as they get stronger from run to run even after they fall in combat, which, combined with the awesome pixel art of Aether Mentor, certainly makes this a title of interest with more gorgeous upcoming pixel art titles in this video.